Hello, welcome to another awesome episode of the League of Extraordinary Fangirls. Okay, well, today we're going to be talking about, we have a really good topic, and it's going to be not Star Wars, not Galactica, but Star Trek. So all you Trekkies out there, this episode is for you. 50 years, y'all, 50 years. So today we have the lovely Lena
Hello, everybody. Greetings.
and the awesome LGZ.
Peace and love, good people. Peace and love.
So, okay. Now we got our thing here. So, um, question. Who here is a Trekkie? Like, what about personally, I'm kind of, I think I am, but like, what you guys? Where do you guys stand?
Well, I was born into it. I still believe deep down in my heart that my father was the first person to have the original series of Star Trek on tape because he recorded every episode.
Oh no, the Matrix has cut Lena. That happens
Oh,
sometimes. Okay,
So
so
I was caught in the Matrix, sorry.
it's okay. Welcome back. Now there's two of you. That's okay. So, as you were saying though, as you were saying.
So yes, since I was little, I always like Star Trek is like my first introduction into the science fiction world. So, yes, thanks to my father, I was born a Trekkie. I had no
Nice.
choice in the matter.
Thank you, Daddy-o. What about you, LGZ? Where do you stand?
I'm not gonna say I'm a Trekkie, so to speak. I like all things science fiction, but I like Star Trek, but I don't like everything Star Trek, so I'm not gonna classify myself as a Trekkie. But I do love Star Trek, so
Oh, you,
and I
you
love.
do. Okay, so I guess we're all gonna be fangirling about Star Trek today because I love Star Trek. I remember the Next Generation. That was like the ultimate space drama. I was all in that space drama, like Riker with Deanna Troy and blah blah blah, and then like Deep Space Nine. I really didn't watch until I got onto Netflix. Same thing with Voyager, and I kind of like blasted through Voyager and Deep Space Nine on Netflix, and I watched all of Next Generation, and I have yet to watch all of the original series because every time Kirk speaks, I can't take him seriously. I just can't. I really can't. Like, I
He
mean,
was awful. I'm gonna
yeah.
be honest, William Shatner's acting was awful.
Atrocious. Yeah.
It was entertaining. I mean, can you imagine your Uber driver talking to you like that? Where do you want to go? Like it just I'd be I wouldn't be able to take that seriously. But yes, okay. Uh well, that's cool. We don't have to argue today. I'm glad. If anybody is anti Star Trek, feel free to join in and chime in the chats. We'd love to hear
Yes.
your opinion. Um, but yeah, I mean, some people I know are like Star Wars versus Star Trek. I don't care. I like them
Mhm.
both. They're entertaining in their both ways. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, I just don't
So
think they're comparable. Like because I don't know. I think that they're different. They're very different. Like yeah, they both talk about space, and there's like some little action in space and whatnot, and it's the travel part. But the stories are like night and day to me, in my opinion. I'm just like, I don't think you should really be comparing the two. Like, if anything, you can compare Star Trek to like Babylon 5 or something.
yeah.
Like,
Mm,
but I don't think it should be compared to Star Wars. But that's just me because the old ones are I just don't think they're comparable. I think they're very different.
I,
What
uh-oh.
about you,
Yeah,
LGZ?
yeah. I see some head action.
We might be arguing today after all. No, I'm just
No, I'm just kidding.
kidding.
No,
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 just
I don't.
kidding.
I don't think you should. I don't think we can compare Star Trek to Star Wars like in any form or fashion. However, like Star Trek, like they had so many offshoots and everything. Like everything was kind of like weird and in their own like. I guess like to me it seemed like in their own dimension. So it was weird because for me it was hard for me to like connect everything together, so it just kind of became like I'm a person like if you do a continuation or offshoot you got to like kind of link it for me and make it like really plain and simple as to why it's linked and how it's linked. But like with Star Trek, for me it was just like you had all these different projects and they were somewhat linked, but the link was very weak at best, and it was just kind of very just like all these different things that really weren't the same thing but kind of were but weren't, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
If that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
Made sense to
Yeah.
me. It made sense to me.
No, I understand because like even in the show, like some of the shows are linked, but not really. Like they still have their own take on the galaxy, so to speak, and they're in this uh part of space and this part is in that part of space and then they're back in time and yeah, so it's a lot of it's layers. They have layers upon
Yeah.
layers upon layers when it comes to Star Trek.
Yeah, speaking of layers, one thing I do, I did notice when I used to watch Star Trek back in the day, was every time they pulled up a map, the map was like in 2D. Like it was just like a submarine type map. Like this is the spaceship and this is our spaceship, but like it's supposed to be 3D, right? So I don't know. I remember seeing that and all the technology, like the tablets and the phones and I was like, yeah, I will never get those. And then the 90s happened. I was like, whoa, Motorola, okay, with a communicator and everything. And yeah. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was like totally agreeing with you. I was like the one thing I always said that I was gonna have in my house because of Star Trek, of course, was the sliding doors. Like when they always walked to the sliding doors, and it was just like, and I just loved that. I was like, I want that in my house when I get older. When I live in the future, I'm gonna have that.
Do you know what that sound is from actually?
No.
No.
So apparently the sound of those doors are like a train toilet flushing. That's that sound that it makes. Is that's the sound that they put on the doors and all the in the Star Trek.
What? What?
That's awesome because I always thought about that. Actually, I'm gonna think about that because I'm gonna be on a plane tonight, and they have the same kind of, I guess, toilets or whatever. See, now I gotta try it out. I gotta try it out. That's awesome.
Oh, we have in the chats, Marar Warm said, in my opinion, original Star Trek is the fruit of a generation that aimed a bit higher towards optimism and virtue. To us today, it seems cheesy, but it wasn't so back then. And that's by Buddy Holly. I agree with that. I mean, I that's one of the reasons why I do like Star Trek, because it was ahead of its time. You know what I mean? It's uh hello, Uhuru. Shoot, she's
Hmm.
yeah,
It
she's
was awesome, and it was ahead of its time not only because of the diversity of the cast that they had, but and yes, some of the effects were cheesy and all that kind of stuff, but they kind of spawned that idea that, you can travel around in space and there might be this little land with these green people. It got people's imagination rolling. And I think that's why we had all these, the how science fiction is today, among other things. Star Trek, I think, contributed to it a lot.
it's
Yeah,
just
No, I was just gonna say, very forward thinking with some of the technology. They even had like guys in skirts and whatnot, which was like at that time probably like unheard of, right? But when you think about how it's supposed to be futuristic, and they just kind of say it was like more gender equality and stuff, and I think a lot of people didn't even realize those type of things that were going on in the shows back then. So very forward thinking, just I don't know, it's like weird, like when you now we do like when you think about things that we have going on now, and it's just like I guess we were thinking maybe we'd have saw like some hoverboards, or I don't know, something really really forward thinking would be a little bit more, I guess, for the time period. I guess it's a forward thinking enough, but now that we're at the time where we have a lot of that stuff, I was like, man, I wish you could have had some of this, or I wish I could have had something that some of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish they thought in terms of like, well, I don't know. I really want, like you said, the hoverboard. That'd be great. I mean, right now we're still using wheels. I can't wait till we don't need wheels. You know what I mean? I can't wait till we have flying. Or am I mixing the Jetsons? But anyway, I can't wait till we have all the, like we don't have traffic jams. And the one thing I liked about Star Trek, at least with the older one, I'm not sure with the oldest one, but with the Next Generation, there was no poverty. Everybody just did what they wanted to do. There was structure, but no one was poor. It was really optimistic, We have here also Moral Warm said a working theory. Imagination of a generation leads to the fruit, or did you guys read that already? Through the fruit of the next generation, thinking a 20-year development process from the communicator to the Motorola flip phone. Hikaru said he wants a replicator. That'd be good. Question, ladies. Out of all the technology, what would you love to have that we don't have now? I mean, we have the tablets, we have the phone. So what would you love to have if you could have any of the Star Trek technology? Replicators would be nice, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think of. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Come back to me. I'll have something in a second. Like I just had a brain fart because I was like, ooh, what do I want?
Yes, I mean they got the tractor beam, they got the replicator, they got the beam me
Transporter.
up. Thank you.
Transporter. That's what I want.
Transporter.
Transporter.
You want a transporter?
I want a
Yeah,
transporter.
that'd be nice. Not to deal with the airlines. You could just go wherever you want to go. Hawaii now. Let's go.
Damn, that's right.
Let's
Yes.
go. Bora Bora, Tahiti. Can you imagine how crowded Hawaii would be? You'd have like half the world.
And you know what? I just when you said so, you said beam me up, Scotty. They never said that on Star Trek, right?
What?
It was actually Scotty beam me up, but I don't know why. It doesn't sound it doesn't roll off the tongue, I guess, as nice as beam me up, Scotty.
Okay.
But they never said that. And I was always when I read that, I was just like, well, why do people say that? I don't know. It was weird.
I thought it was misquoted in an article or something, and somebody just ran, and they just kind of ran with it. I thought that's what it was. I gotta find where I read that at. I mean, that was a while ago, but I thought that's what it was because yeah, you're right. They never they never say it that way, and but we all very interesting.
Say that, yeah.
That is fun. So to let you guys who anyone who is viewing out there know, later on in the show we will have a little trivia challenge for you guys. So if you want to be ready, it's coming up.
Yes. Be ready. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So in the chats here, okay. Wrong Warm said Uhura was one of the first women of color depicted, breaking the stereotypes. Yes, and yeah, Hikaru said he remembers the dudes in skirts or tunics or whatever they're called. Okay. Holodeck. Hikaru wants the entire Enterprise or the holodeck. Holodecks are awesome.
Holodeck would be cool.
Oh my gosh.
Then I wouldn't have to leave the house for a lot of things. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'd be fine with that.
Fallen Marvel says the science behind the transporter scare him, and well, I don't know. Some people are kind of scared of microwaves still, so I don't know. I
That's
guess.
true. So I have a question for you, ladies.
What's up?
Which is your favorite TV show of all the different series out there? What was your favorite?
Hmm.
I would have to say Deep Space Nine
Okay,
for
Deep
me.
Space Nine.
Yeah.
Uh, I would have to grudgingly agree with her because I didn't watch Deep Space Nine until I smashed everything on Netflix. And I
Mm-hmm.
tell you, after all the hair went south on Cisco, when it went from here to here, it got good. That show got so good. I mean, I that's when I started like accelerating the amount of per day episode intake per day because that it was good. It was like politics, drama, backstabbing. He said, she said. There were some episodes I was like, what? Yeah. Anyway, I fell in love with Star Trek when I was a kid with Next Generation because me and my girl Erica, we were like super dorks, and that's what I grew up with. And then when Deep Space Nine came around and Voyager came around, I don't know. I that's the thing about Star Trek. It's like the first few seasons suck. I don't know why. It's just so bad.
Yeah, they need to like get a running start.
Yeah, yeah. Like even Voyager, like the first few
Yeah.
seasons were like, eh. Yeah, but what about you, Lena?
Um, so I go back and forth between Deep Space Nine and Voyager. I really start loving Voyager when Seven of Nine and the Borg and all of that starts coming into play because Seven of Nine is my girl.
Yes.
I love her
Yes.
so much.
Yes. Yes. She was
Jerry
awesome.
Ryan killed that. But oh my goodness. But there's so like you're saying in Deep Space Nine, the subject matter is so heavy. Like, granted, back then when I used to watch it and understand it as much, but I just enjoyed it. But watching it again as an adult, I'm just like, oh, okay, all right, I see you guys. So yes, between those two series, I think though. I think Deep Space Nine takes the cake, but I still have a strong love for Voyager in my heart. Um, what was your least favorite?
The original series. I'm sorry.
um, no, 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 no.
I tried. I smashed through. I went backwards. I smashed through Voyager. I smashed through Deep Space Nine. I smashed through Next Generation, and then I got to the original, and it was just like I can't watch this. I can't watch this. Oh,
I,
should we?
I,
Should
I
we
would
go?
have to say
Go
the
ahead.
next
Sorry.
generation. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I would have to say the next generation was my least favorite. Sorry.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Why? Why LGZ? Why?
I could like I guess I couldn't get into it. Like I couldn't get into it, and it was just like weird. I don't know. Maybe I mean, but I'm weird, so I mean, it was just I just couldn't get into it like that. I couldn't
Wow.
get into it.
Really? But
I
it was
mean,
like a
they had some good episodes, but I mean, like as a series
oh
overall, I
yeah.
just no. I
No,
mean, they had some good episodes, but as a series overall, that would be my least favorite.
okay. I can respect that. I can respect that. I mean, I I honestly tried with the original with Kirk the whole legacy thing and I couldn't go past him talking. I just couldn't get past him talking. It's just if how is this guy in school? Can you imagine him in the Fleet Academy? I don't think so, teacher. I mean, can you can you, it's just, can you
That would
picture
be
him
funny.
Can you picture him as an elementary kid? Like, please pass the milk, mom. I mean, like, I can't. Like,
I
I'd watch it and I'd my brain would go to left field thinking about his whole life story. How was, you know, it was, yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway.
Well, my least favorite of all the Star Trek series, and I don't even know if it's even worth mentioning, is Enterprise, like the one from the early 2000s. I didn't like it. I couldn't watch it. Like, nah, just nah. I, no.
You thought,
That's
you,
it.
you mentioned earlier about animated series. Did you watch that at all?
I didn't see it, but yes, there was an animated series, and it actually won an Emmy. And hold on, I have it. It was from 73 to 74. They had 2 seasons. They won an Emmy, and they had reruns of it on Nickelodeon. And I was like, what? Nickelodeon?
When
In
was
the
this?
80s. In the
Oh
80s, apparently, they
wow.
had the reruns. And I was like, how did I never
Really?
know about this? But yeah, so they had an animated series, and I never know.
I'm
I
surprised I
never knew.
missed that. I'm surprised. Like I really watched. We had when I was like 5, we had cable, which was like. So I'm not gonna tell you guys how old I am, but it was like like a long time ago. But like I basically grew up in the '80s, so I'm like really surprised that I missed that because I was like a TV fanatic between MTV and like anything else. Like it was ridiculous. So,
Wow.
huh, that's
I
interesting. Okay.
I'd
Mm-hmm.
probably be over your house watching TV because my parents were cheap. They were like, "No, we have free TV from the sky. Why are you there?" You know. So I'd
It's
always
not the
go.
same.
I know, I know. I used to go over my cousin's house and watch Nickelodeon and yeah, that I'd get my cartoon fix over there because it was like once a week with the Sky TV. You know,
Yes.
or after, you know, we have cartoons after school too, but you know, the best ones were Saturday mornings, you know. So, but like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but the anime series, maybe we can find that on YouTube or Netflix. Hopefully, they have something listed up
Chat.
there.
They're saying that it is on Netflix now, so I'm gonna have to check it out since it's on Netflix because I had no idea. Because I would have been watching it like I watched Scooby Doo and the Jetsons and all those other old cartoons. So
Yeah,
gotta check it out. I really do.
I wish we
Um,
did a crossover with Star Trek and the Jetsons. That'd have been so cool
oh
if
my
they did
gosh, that would have been
that.
interesting.
I'd love to see Kirk. You know, like,
Well, maybe that might have not done so well. Maybe he would
yeah,
have tried to hit on like Jane or something. Maybe not. I don't know.
like,
My mind is
dude.
just going way left field now. So let me not.
But like, dude, Kirk, that's Jane, his wife. No, I'm just kidding.
Well played.
Yes.
Well played.
Oh man, corny, corny, corny. Oh man.
But
So,
also, since we're still talking about the series on television, there is a new Star Trek series starting in January, and it will be called Star Trek Discovery. So
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one because I mean it's new, it's Star
mhm.
Trek, so gotta watch it.
So tell me more about Star Trek Discovery. Where in the timeline is it? Is it before?
Uh, I actually do not have all of that information. I only saw the
Oh,
trailer and that's it. And I was like, oh, hold on, let me. What I have here, it says it starts 10 years before the events of the original Star Trek series.
What
so
is
before. Oh,
this?
So that is weird because, there's so much after it. So why do we have to go back? But
I hate that.
okay.
I hate that.
it's
I
gonna.
hate that.
So it's
Like I
future.
hate that.
It's.
It's like future, present, past.
Yeah, future past. I mean, are they gonna have like a 1970s esque set? I mean, cause
Oh,
wow.
probably not. They'll probably like bring the technology forward,
Yeah.
but
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, then you have the reason why I don't like that is like the same with the X-Men franchise, right? It's like you keep going back into the timeline before this, before that, and you essentially rewrite everything that you've already done, and it kind of voids out everything that we've already know and whatever. So I'm just like, what? Like, why would they do that? Like, that is so crazy.
It's like, let's tell the same story again so we can get more of your money and not think about a new
Oh my
storyline.
gosh, no.
Like Spider-Man, how many times are you going to tell the story about Spider-Man or Superman?
It,
Holy crap.
Right,
with
but
Like,
at least
Spider
it's the same story though. It's essentially the same story with Spider-Man and Superman. With like X-Men or with this Discovery thing, if they go back and because if it's 10 years before the original Star Trek, that means that means like Kirk's going to be a kid and it's going to be like it's going to be weird, you know what I mean? Like I
oh,
mean, and
dude. Dude, if Kirk is a kid, maybe we can see if he actually does talk like that. That'd be so funny if they full circle if they do it.
No,
Oh my god!
I don't think they're
no,
gonna do it.
Please,
I don't think they're gonna do
Star Trek, entertain me. Make little Kirk
it.
speak like Big Kirk,
no.
No.
please.
Do if you're out there watching this show, please, guys, please,
Like
no.
it drives
But
me
we
nuts.
are for this new discovery. We are supposed to have another woman as the captain, so it'll be
Oh,
a female lead, which will be interesting because I love Captain Janeway. So
I liked her
let's
too.
roll.
She's cool. I loved her. I I loved her in Star Trek, and I watch The Orange is the New Black because Kate
Yes.
Mulgrew, man, yeah, she's a good
I
actress.
love she is a phenomenal actress. And see, when I first found out about her playing, I was like, Captain Janeway is gonna be Orange in the New Black? What? So I was just like, all right, she's gonna be like this. I don't even know. I didn't even know what to expect. But when I saw her as Red, I was just like, oh, I'm in love all over again.
Yeah, she brought those leadership skills.
Yeah,
Those they transcended. They're there. You know, it's
they
good.
are.
Yes, yes. Oh, I got a question for you guys. What is your favorite alien like like people, and what is like your not most favorite out of all the aliens they have on the show? Just
Oh,
go.
Oh, oh, oh,
um,
oh.
go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. I'm just listening.
Well, I think my favorite is the Romulans.
Oh,
And I think it's because they have so much passion all the time. They're just the passionate group of people. Like when they want something, they go after it, they will lecture you, and they will like destroy your every just destroy stuff. They're yeah. I think I just like that. I don't know. Call me a little more, but I did really like them. The least favorite alien race that I did not like was the Tribbles. I don't know what they were, and I don't know why they just they're like big fairy rodents, and they multiplied really fast, and they were everywhere. So no, I couldn't be down with that. As cute as they might be, no,
no,
no.
just say no to tribbles.
Yes, no Tribbles. What
What about
about you guys?
Yeah,
Okay,
LGBT? Mhm.
okay. So I like the Romulans, right? They are my like number two, but my number one is the Borg. They were badass. I love
Uh,
them.
True. I could see
I
that.
love
I could
them.
see that.
I love them. They were just like, and it wasn't, and you know what? It was really, I guess, like, okay, so don't get mad at me, but like, they were somewhat boring, you know what I'm saying? Kind of as far as like, what they did, because they just assimilated everybody. And I think from what I've read, I think they were not even supposed to be like robots. They were supposed to be like bugs or something, but studio couldn't do the bug thing, so they had to do the robot thing, which was cool. And I love Seven of Nine. I'm gonna say the Borg, Romulans number two. The alien race that I didn't like, and these were like, they were on Deep Space Nine. They were, gosh darn it, the Ferengi, Ferengi.
Mm.
There was one guy, he had like the big ears and he's like had the weird, he was on
Like
Deep Space. He was on
yeah,
Deep
like
Space
ET,
Nine.
Yeah.
ET Gone Bad, right? Something like that. Like ET Gone Bad. They look like
Kinda.
them. Yeah.
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 With the
I
peanut
didn't like
head.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they had they looks like they had little butts on their head with
Yeah.
big
Yes.
ears and like
Yeah.
there was like
Yes.
this when the messed up teeth. I did not
The
like
three.
them. They were like annoying as I can't curse, right? I can't curse, right? They were
Nah,
really annoying.
sometimes we slip some stuff sometimes here, so
Okay, well
yeah.
no, I don't want to drop an F bombs, but yeah,
Okay.
no, they were annoying and I did not like that dude on that was like the one dude I did not like on Deep Space Nine was that guy.
Mm.
And I
Yeah,
was just like,
I found the Ferengi annoying because like I agree with you there just because they were also sexist. Like
yes,
the
yes,
women had to not wear any clothes. I mean, what?
yes.
Like wow, that must be nice. But no, but wow, just just joking. No, my favorite was the Klingons. I love the Klingons.
Uh,
Worf was
Yeah.
my homie, man. I think my husband calls me a Klingon because I'm like super into like my culture. Like right now I'm volunteering heavily at the Philippine Community Center. The shirt I'm wearing has the Philippines on it. So sometimes my dear husband, will say, "Oh, you're just like Worf because you're all about kabla and whatever. You're just all in it, you know." So we're like, all
oh
right,
gosh, that's hilarious.
yeah. My least favorite would probably be the Vulcans because they're so I could not hang out with a Vulcan. I'd probably be like, okay,
We'd fight.
so
We'd fight.
The Vulcans.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I'd probably just be like, I wouldn't know. It'd be like that awkward, if you're at a party and you're trying to make small talk, it would just be like that. And I'd be like, okay, all right. At least you could make small talk with a Borg. They'd be like, resistance is futile, whatever.
That's not small
True.
talk.
No, that's not small talk, but I mean, I get your point. I totally get your point.
With them, it wouldn't even be a conversation.
Yeah. Well, at least you have some excitement in your life, while you're running away from.
With the
Yeah.
Vulcans, they would irk me because, like me, I'm extremely random. I'm a random person. I say random things, do random things. And they would always be questioning what I do and correcting what I do. And I would fight them. I'd be like, look, let me live. Let me be great. They wouldn't want to let me be great. They wouldn't let me be great.
Uh, More warm said Vulcans for life. Yes. Yes. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, Sev's in here. Sev says, gotta get those Latinum bars. And that's what made their race better because of the Latinum bar. Can you imagine seeing a music video with some Ferengi in it? Ferengi with like a grill and like Latinum bars and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah, they'd all be like, what is his name? Randy Orton always. That's all they would do all the time. Look at me.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
hello, Sev. Welcome to the show. I don't know how long you've been there, but yeah.
Yes. It's all good. Gold pressed Latinium. Gold pressed Latinium. Okay, anyway. So all right, so we have some guys here. They know what they like in the Star Trek. You mentioned earlier about trivia or you ready for it?
So, are you guys ready for the trivia? If I can speak correctly, anyway. All right, here we go. Pencils up. The test has begun. What was Kirk's first Enterprise ship registered as?
Ooh, okay, in the chats.
What do you guys think? All right, let's give them in the chat.
Okay, no. I don't know what I was just doing right there.
So, what do you ladies think?
Okay, Captain Kirk's first ship.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the NC-17 or is that No, NC-17 is the Next Generation, I think.
You're on the right track. It's NC something 17 something.
Oh, okay. Sev has a bunch of question marks here. Okay.
So,
Okay. I guess we don't know.
all right. It is the NCC 1701.
Okay. Okay. So I was close. I knew
Yes,
there was a N and a C. I missed one C and I missed
the 01, which is
01.
so
I,
you'll get half credit for that one.
Yay! Have credit.
Half
I would
credit.
not have known that.
All right. The second one is who was captured and assimilated by the Borg?
What is that guy's name?
He's a popular guy.
I just had a
A lot
brain
of people
fart.
like him.
Captured by the Borg. Was there a Borg queen involved in this? I think so, right?
Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe not.
I'm gonna say, Sev here says Picard, and Hikaru says Picard. So
Hikaru and Sev are correct. It was Picard.
Locutus, 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 Locuses, Locutus. I think it's Locutus, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It was that version of the Borg. And yes, they are correct. It was Picard.
Yay. Okay.
Now, this is an easy one. This is an easy one. Those first two were, noggin scratchers. The third one is James T. Kirk. What does the T stand for?
Tribble. I was kidding.
Tiberius.
Horrible triples.
No. Thomas? No.
No. LGZ, you said, I heard you say something that he's again.
Tibernius.
Close.
Sev in the chat says Tiberius.
That's it. It's Tiberius.
I think
You
I
were close. You get credit for it. You get credit for that one. You get credit. So 1 for Nanette, 1 for LGZ.
Yay. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Another one. What was Spock's mother's name?
Martha. No, I'm just kidding.
Martha.
They're going to kill Martha.
Okay, Spock's mother's name. I don't know. I honestly don't know this one.
That one is a difficult one.
Yeah.
I will give you that one. It is Amanda.
Amanda. Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
His mother was the
yeah.
Earthling. Okay.
Yeah.
Hikaru, Hikaru,
Francis.
yeah. He wrote Francis.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay. It's okay. All right.
Okay, so this might be another difficult one. It's who was the captain in the original series in the pilot episode? Who was the captain? And I will give you a little hint. In the new movies, it's the same person. So in the new movies that came out, what did they came out in 2009? I think the new movie started with what's his name? Pike. Or not Pike. Oh, damn it.
Chris Pine. Chris Pine.
Yes, it's Christopher Pike. And I gave you guys the answer because I was trying to say Chris Pine, but I said Pike. So
okay. Well, Hikaru Fuji typed it first, so Christopher Pike. So
okay, good. So yes, and that was them paying homage to the original by doing that. Now, where is Yahura originally from?
Detroit.
You know that she's an Earthling.
okay, I was gonna say Earth.
She's an Earthling, but where on Earth is she from?
Detroit. I'm gonna say Detroit. I know that's not right, but I'm gonna say
No.
I'd be
And
cool.
that's
She
a
could be my
pretty
neighbor.
good. That's a pretty good guess, but no. Nairobi says. um, where are all those places? Because in the chat, you guys are getting it, but it's kind of a trick question. I will say that as well. And I'll tell you the answer. It is the United States of Africa.
Ooh.
Yes,
You know
that's
what?
in the original series. That's where they said she was from.
MK
Where is
Priors in
this
Chicago.
place? Where is the United States of Africa? Where is
You know,
this?
I haven't found it yet. I haven't found it.
Okay, I just.
Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on.
I haven't found it. And one day I'll find it.
Is Wakanda in this United States of Africa? Is
I
Wakanda
think
there?
Wakanda is the capital.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
okay,
awesome.
I think
okay.
Wakanda is the capital. You know, I'm pretty sure her and T'Challa were like cousins
Okay,
or something.
okay, okay.
You know, far, far cousins. Like he's her like great, 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 super great cousin. Anyway, on what show was the starship the USS Defiant?
That's not Voyager.
I
Because
think you
that's the
got
most
it. No, it's not Voyager.
not Voyager. Okay, USS Defiant.
Is that the Next Generation?
No?
Dang it. Then it's got to be Deep Space Nine?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not really good with keeping all the ships on the show, so I'm just like, I'm like,
No, some of these are out there. So we have two more questions.
Okay. And
One is, what were you saying?
oh, I couldn't find the map. The closest I came up to the map was Uhura's face saying she's from the United States of Africa. So I tried to find it. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
You gave it the college try.
Yes.
That's all you could ask for. How many years is the Voyager, or was the Voyager, lost in the Delta Quadrant?
See, I thought.
And a bonus to that question, a bonus to that question is who helps them get back?
Okay. I don't know. I said 13 years at first, but maybe 7, 6,
No.
5.
No.
No, it was long. It was longer than that. It was longer than that. But I'm trying to. I don't remember who brought them back, but I think they were like, it was like more like 20-something years, right, or 30-something or something like that. 20 or 30 years. Oh, even longer than that.
So if you know, a little hint is 50 years is how long Star Trek has been on. Another quarter to that would be how many years they were gone.
75.
Wow.
Yes, they were gone for 75 years.
Sev in the chat said 40 years, and Hikaru said 8. Wow, we're all wrong. So 75 years.
I thought it was 35
crazy.
myself, but I was wrong, and I had to. Yeah, it was 75 years they were gone for, and it's kind of a twist how they get back because the future captain or admiral, was it admiral? She got promoted, so the future Janeway helps them get back.
Huh.
And they defeat the Borg. They like blow up the. I wrote it down. Maybe I did. They blew up like part of one of the Borg's like main hubs or something, and it helped them get back. So it was a long, long time. So yeah, very interesting stuff there. The last question is, which captain started as a first officer on the USS Enterprise D, but later becomes captain of the USS Titan?
I know this one. I'll get one. Riker. Riker, right?
Yes.
Right? Yes. At least for as many episodes as I've watched, I should get one.
Mhm.
With confidence.
Yeah.
With confidence.
And because he bounced on a lot, so I
The
think
one
that
thing
was.
I just remember watching The Next Generation, and I saw Riker go from like skinny young guy to husky guy with a beard.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't like Next Generation.
That's okay. I'll compensate for. I'll like it for the both of us. So.
Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
oh, let's see. He might have debunked one of my questions there.
You
All
think
these F
so? Go ahead.
Yeah, Hikaru, he says, all of these efforts shortened their journey from 75 years to 23 years. However, one final effort involving time travel reduces the total duration to 7 years, as shown in the finale Endgame. Ooh, and we forget about the finale. Well, thank you for that tidbit, because my information was wrong. Always ready to be corrected if wrong. Thank you for that.
Thank you, fellow fanboys.
So what I should have said is, how long should it have taken them?
Yeah.
And I guess that's where the 75 comes in. Very good. Well, I think we all really enjoy Star Trek, but there's like all these little tidbits that we kind of forget about sometimes. So I have another question, and
What's
it
up?
is for the movies, because we have so many movies. Which movie is your favorite Star Trek movie, and what's your least favorite movie?
Hmm. Hmm. I haven't. Okay, forgive me, guys. I didn't see the latest Star Trek movie, the one that came out this year. Um, but my favorite so far, I really do enjoy this reboot. I seen the one before this one, and I enjoyed that movie. I liked the Locutus one too, like when Picard became Borg. That was a movie, right? With the Queen, or was that like a episode? Oh gosh, was that an episode or that was a movie, right? Oh, or no, I don't
I
know.
think I don't know if it was it a movie? I'm trying to think because I didn't like some of those movies. I didn't like a lot of the Star Trek movies. This is where I kind of come into the unpopular opinion. Those movies kind of sucked. Sorry, they sucked, and it was very like hard to watch in a lot of them. Right, like the reboot is good. I think the only old one that I think I like Star Trek wise was the Wrath of Khan. But
Oh
other
yeah,
than that, I don't think all the rest of those. I mean, and even that one was kind of slow. But I mean, I like Khan's character, right? But like the rest of those movies like sucked so much, so much. Like I hate the movies. Like for like they legit put me to sleep, and like it's gross. Sorry guys, I'm gonna be the unpopular one. Those movies suck.
No, it's
it's
no,
okay.
no. And
It's be
there's
real,
nothing wrong
yeah,
with that. Just be honest. Being
yes.
honest is fine.
Yeah, like
Um,
What
I
about
didn't see
you?
the one. I'm sorry, I was gonna say I didn't see the one like you said, and I didn't see the one that they did this year or earlier. Was it this year? I didn't see that one
yeah.
yet, but yeah, the rest of the reboot I like, but the rest of them I don't.
Um, well, and Nanette, like you were saying, from the chat, Hakuro says First Contact is his favorite movie, and he also clarifies that it was in the movie and in the episode where the Borg. So my favorite is the Wrath of Khan from the original movies. And I know a lot of people don't like the other. I think also the Voyage Home.
Mhm.
was the movie. I think that was the one with the whales or something.
Oh, I
And
remember that one. Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I was a kid when I saw it. Like, yeah, that's how they get home. And I just really liked how the doctor was in it. The doctor was hilarious. The old doctor is hilarious to me.
Yes.
The new doctor is too. I like both of them, but I just remember the whales, and I remember how the doctor was just so, oh, he's just so angry, rah, 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 character all the time. So those are ones that I like the most, but I really, really enjoy and love the new movies. Actually, my this whole week I've been meaning to watch the movies, but I haven't had time to, which I'm just sad about. Um, I saw Beyond, and I loved it. Um, the ending for me was it wasn't that it was bad ending or whatever, but it was good. But it was good in that kind of gets you mad kind of way. It like sucks you into the story. For me, anyway, it sucked me into the story, and I was like, I can't believe this. Like I got all indignant in the movie theater.
So you're
So
talking about this
yeah,
past one, right? This past
yeah.
one.
Beyond.
Beyond. Tell me, okay, without oh well, you can't really spoil it for me, but on a scale of one, I have yet to see it. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you place that? Because I did want to see it. I just
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it an 8.
an 8. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty good. That's
I
pretty
give
up
it an
there.
8.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. There's some things I wish there was more of. So I wish I saw more of Yahora and Spock, and they have a situation, and I'm just like, well, what about them? You know, like I want to know more about them. But everything else, like the girl Jay in the movie, just the pace of the movie, the villain in the movie.
Mhm.
I love. He makes you hate it. Like that is what gave me all of these emotions was the villain because I hated him. I despised him throughout most of the movie, and then I was just like, oh, but now I understand. How
Okay.
dare you? And yeah, that's when I get all indignant or whatever. So I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was a good movie.
because
So
you because you grew up with Star Trek, I have to ask
mhm.
you this. Because
Okay.
you grew up with Star Trek, how do you feel about the new casting versus like did they do like you know how they got the new Uhura and the new like the second generation casting? How do you feel about
Mhm.
that compared to the original? Well, I don't know much about the original, so I just want to know what your thoughts were.
Well, for the I think that they are doing rather a really good job with the casting. I love it because one, I love what's his name, Zachary Quino, who plays Spock. I really like him. I loved him, even though a lot of people didn't like him in Heroes. I loved him in Heroes, and I thought he was a good actor. He is a good actor. Um, I love Zoe Saldana. I love her.
Yes, yes.
John Cho. I love John Cho. He is such a versatile actor. So I was just like,
You gotta have
and
Harold, man. Harold has to cut
yes,
the hair. Yeah.
um, actually, the only one who I'm just not thrilled about. It's not like I just like him, but I'm just not just like, oh, okay, whatever, he's here. Is Chris Pine because I'm just like, oh, okay, he's cool. He's. I think he's a good Kirk, but
Mhm.
He's cute.
whatever.
He's
Yeah,
cute.
yeah, yeah, which helps. And then what is his name? The guy who passed away, Anton.
Oh, that's so
Um,
sad.
it is Anton
I forgot his last name.
Yelchin. Yelchin, something
Yeah.
like that. Anton
Yeah.
Yelchin. I think he did a really, really good Scotty. So I'm kind of sad, like they're making more movies that he's not going to be in it. And also, I like one thing I do like also about the new movies is that they had Spock in there, Leonard
Yes.
Nimoy, original Spock, until
Yes.
he passed away or whatever. So I was like, yes, he played such a good role, and he worked so well with Zachary as the two Spocks in the movie. I was just like, I think that they're doing a wonderful job with it. I think that they're being true to the source material, as us fans like to say all the time. And they're bringing it to this generation, and I think they're going to have a lot of new Trekkies or Trekkers or whatever the kids are calling themselves these days.
Yes. I want to get what you call it. I wanted to get one of those. I remember a long time ago, I used to want to get one of those communicators where you could tap on it. I saw them on what you call it. I saw them on Amazon or eBay, the Bluetooth one, so you can actually answer your phone with one of those things. So.
What? Don't tell me that. I will get
Yeah.
this thing. Like you see right now, I even have my Bluetooth. I mean, I'm not using it, but I still have it on there. Like my boyfriend's just like, it's not a necklace, dear. It's like, take it off. It's not a necklace. But
Hey,
it's my necklace. It's my, you know, it's
it's
mine.
there. It's nice. It's good. You're coordinated. If you're
Mm-hmm.
coordinated, it should be fine. It should be fine. I used to
Yes.
walk around with my Bluetooth headset. Like at work, I used to have like this little Bluetooth headset, and I would just walk around with it because I'd forget. I'd forget about it. But like, yeah, I mean, rock it, whatever, So
Yeah.
yeah. No, but this is fun. I really enjoyed the trivia. It's awesome how we all struggled there, but it's good. At least I'm not the only one that didn't
no.
know. Yeah, because sometimes there was no elitism here. I loved it. I
Mm-mm.
loved it. That was
Nope.
great.
Don't do
That was
that.
great. Oh, before we go, uh, please tell us about that tidbit with Uhura. Please tell us that.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. So I don't know if it's a wide known fact, but um, so back in the day, obviously, the time when the original Star Trek came out was in the 60s. Yeah, it was in the 60s. And actually, another thing to say is 50 years ago today at 8 p.m. was the first time that Star Trek aired on CBS. So there's that. But anyway, Ahura, who was Nichelle Nichols played her, she wanted to leave the show. And, she was thinking about going back to Broadway and all that kind of stuff. And there was this one person who kind of convinced her to stay on the show. He was a big fan of the show. He loved seeing her there. And they had a talk, and she decided to stay on the show. And that person was Martin Luther King Jr. So he was a big fan of Star Trek, which I think is amazing and awesome in its own right. He's a regular person like the rest of us. But yeah, so he was one person who convinced her to stay on the show, and why she's been an inspiration over all these years to so many people. So
yeah, that's amazing. Martin Luther King. I wonder if he was a young man now, would he be into video games? Would he be a culture junkie as well? That's amazing. Because a lot of times you don't see your heroes, or you don't think of your heroes being into pop culture or being a
yeah,
fan of stuff. So that's so cool that she urged her to keep her visibility. You know, as
Yeah.
cheesy, as short as that skirt was, he said to her.
yeah,
That's
So
so
yeah.
funny.
Like, yeah,
yeah.
because we think of these people as like these huge, larger than life people. We put them on big stages and everything, but we don't stop to think that they sit down in front of their TV and click
Hmm.
through the channels and find something to enjoy just like we do. So
Did you guys also know that there's an I Love Lucy link to Star Trek?
What?
what?
Yeah. So apparently, back in the day when I believe it was the initial episode was coming on, it was done out of Desilu Studios, and so they were kind of going with the back and forth with Desilu because they were trying to get it, and the only person that would support it, the board of directors tried to pull the plug on Star Trek before it even started filming. Lucille Ball was the one that said, "Yeah, let's do it, and she was actually even out there like they told her what it was because she thought it was some kind of USO show or something. I don't know, it was weird, but they finally told her what it was, so she got behind it, and they actually started filming it. And that was where Desilu Studios, where they first filmed those Star Trek episodes.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
That is really cool. That is really cool. I man, can you imagine like freaking Lucille's Desi getting on that show? Like,
No, oh my gosh. I cannot see her. Actually, I can. I can see her being lost in the ship somewhere, screaming, like just a hot mess. I can actually see that.
That's cool. And I really appreciated that they took that risk. They took a lot of social risks. I mean, I remember seeing that scene where Uhuru and Captain Kirk, made out, and I wonder, in the 60s, like how many TV sets exploded, like
how many heads exploded. The kiss scene around the world. The day when they say that movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, that was what they were really talking about.
Yeah. You know what, I was reading about that, right? Like, so I was reading about that, and they were saying, like, a lot of people weren't really that mad about the interracial kiss between Kirk and Uhuru. They were saying, like, they were like, well, he's like a red-blooded American, and he's so handsome that, and she's so pretty that, why wouldn't he go for it? It was more accepted than it is now, I guess. But, it was just like, that was kind of crazy. But yes, very good scene. Very good scene.
Yes. Well, just to remind you guys out there who are watching us, we're here every week, Thursday, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific. And we come to you, we just like to chat about, nerd girl stuff, nerd stuff, life stuff, anything. Just come chat with us. And also check out our flagship show, Culture Junkies Live, which is on Thursdays at 7:30. Well, no, that's us. Tuesdays at 7:30. Tuesdays. Come Thursday, you'll still be talking to us. But Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 Pacific. I can't talk today. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much. And I'm handing it back over to Nanette after that public service announcement.
For the public service announcement. Also, if you want to be on the show, you're more than welcome. Click on the link, sign up, and you can talk with us on air. If not, you can have the chat on the side too. Either way. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. I'll say goodbye. Lena already said goodbye. And LGZ, it's on you.
Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I see you. Okay, bye, guys.
That's all I got.